But here is a twist. You have to request the financial institution. Welcome to Learn with Amin. At the end of this video, you will learn what documents to be submitted as proof of funds for Canadian immigration, Canadian visa, and so on. So first of all, this is the link canada.ca for the immigration IRCC website. So this is the official website, and based on the number of family members, you would need to provide the proof of funds for this particular amount. For example, if you are moving to Canada as a couple of 2 members, then you would have to prove that you have liquid funds of about 18.2 thousand, so 18,000 Canadian dollars. So that would be the amount of money you would have to show and what they accept as proof. So basically, these are the letters that are provided by the banking and financial institution on a letterhead, and they should include multiple information such as the bank or institution contact information, name, outstanding debts such as credit card debts and loans, and the account details like account number, date each account was opened, current average balance, and average balance for the past 6 months. This is very high level, but you do not know what exactly documents need to be submitted to the IRCC that it gets accepted as proof of funds. So here on this channel, we help people doing the Canada immigration, and in this video we will be showing the real documents that need to be submitted as proof of funds to IRCC. So first of all, if you see this document, this is on a letterhead of a financial institution called as QNB, Qatar National Bank. It also contains the banking contact information. So this information is sufficient. Even if email ID is not present, that is okay. These documents have been accepted in a real Canada immigration application for permanent residency. And another thing is, the first document that you need to submit is account information certificate. It may be named by another name in your country of residence, but the basic idea of this certificate is to prove the account opening date. You are required to show that you have an account that is in the past and it has been for a long time. So if you are of the age of 24, at least you would have an account opened by the age of 18, so 6 years ago. So they basically want to understand the history, your financial history, and that's why you are required to submit a document that shows the account opening date. The other details that this has is your name. So this is also a must on the document, and also the date is required. And basically, proof of fund documents, these are asked after you receive the invitation to apply. So basically you have around 30 to 60 days of time to upload all the documents to receive acknowledgement of receipt. And after ITA, you are submitting all these documents. So these documents should be recently dated. They cannot be 1 year or 2 year old. They should be recently dated, close to the ITA date, before the ITA or after the ITA. And also it should show the account opening date. The idea of this certificate was account opening date. And then the second certificate is called as account balance certificate. Okay, in this you basically have the date, you have your full name, you have your ID number or some other number that is a national identity number in that country. Then as of date, what is your balance? So this shows the date, and this shows the account balance. So this is approving the current account balance. But here is a twist. You have to request the financial institution to convert this amount into Canadian dollars using the conversion rate of that particular day on which you have taken this certificate. So this is the twist, and it is a must. So you would have to request the financial institution for this. And same goes with this. This is on a letterhead, and this is containing the contact information. This has a signature and also a stamp. This document was given in a black and white by the bank itself. They did not listen to convert this into a color copy. So this was submitted as is and was accepted. Okay. And the other details that this should include is the account number. So account number is also present. So as you can see, we are trying to meet the conditions that the website has presented us. So far we have completed the account number information, the date on which the account was opened, and the current account balance. Okay. And then you would also have to show that you do not have any loans or credit cards with the bank account. So when I was in the country called as Qatar, I did have a credit card, and I was asking them for the credit history and to show that I do not have a very large amount of debt on the credit card. So I was not able to get those documents satisfactorily. So what I did was I paid off my credit card and request for the cancellation of the credit card. So once that was done, I did not have any loan account in the country. I did not have any credit card in the country. And after that, I was able to get a certificate called as clearance certificate. And once again, in your country of residence, this may have a different name, but basically this certificate is telling that I do not have any credit card or any loan account in the country. Okay, so reference number, this is the date, and this is address to IRCC Canada. This is my name, and this is the account number. This is the national ID card number, and they are basically giving this certificate upon the request. So this certificate did not exist, and they did not know of this certificate before, but I requested the bank manager to provide me. This is on a letterhead. Once again, the contact information is provided. It has a signature and a stamp, and they mention that the bank hereby certifies that the customer mentioned above has no obligations with QNB. Furthermore, the customer is not the guarantor to any QNB facilities granted to third party up to the end of the previous business day on which the certificate was issued. The certificate is issued upon the request of our customer without any responsibility or engagement on the bank's part. This certificate is valid for 1 month from the above date. So this was the exact document which was provided to me, and I submitted these documents as early as possible. I am not sure when IRCC viewed this document, was it 1 month after this date or 2 months after this date? Probably I would believe that this was many months after this date or after the submission date, and they still accepted this document. And this document is not even mentioning that I do not have loan account or credit card in the country. It is just telling that with QNB, with the bank, I do not have any obligations. So this is a clearance certificate, and this is also very much required. Now, if you have a credit card and if you have loan account and if you do not want to close it, then how do we proceed with the documents? I would also make another video covering that topic. If you need that video, please comment on this video. And now the fourth requirement was to show the average account balance in the past 6 months. So I requested for a document or a letter from the QNB bank to provide me with that, like average the balance, and please give me a certificate saying that the average balance for the past 6 months was so and so. They refused to give that. So in place of that, they recommended me that you can submit an account statement. Honestly, they recommended me this. So I provided the last 6 months account statement. So it basically showed all of my transactions, and it also had the opening balance and also the closing balance on the end of the statement. So basically the account statement was of 8 pages for 6 months of transactions, and I provided all of those, and it has so many transactions as you can see: cash withdrawal, salary, transfer, credit card payment. And I already told you I canceled the credit card at the end of 6 months after I received the ITA. So a transfer, so and so. So again I have the stamp, I also have a signature. This is on a letterhead, and this particular document, it did not have the phone number or contact detail, but basically the other documents or certificates, they have the contact numbers, and the person who signed on these documents is same as the person who signed on first and second document, so that is completely fine. So these are the documents that I have submitted on my part as a primary applicant. Then to make my case strong, I also submitted the spouse's document because she also had funds in her account. So I just wanted to make my case stronger. If till this point, if you have reached 18,000 Canadian dollars or whatever amount is being shown on the website, then that's it. You don't need to provide additional documents. But if you just want to be safe side, you can also submit the spouse's documents for the proof of funds. However, once again, it is optional for single applicants or married applicants. Once again, for her, I submitted the account information certificate showing her full name, the national ID number, the account number, the account opening date, and the branch, so on. So that was the first document. Again, similarly, second document was the account balance certificate showing the current account balance and also showing the conversion of the amount to the Canadian dollars, and the same letterhead, contact information of the bank. And then the third document was, once again, I closed credit card on her account. I paid it off first, then cancelled it, and then got the clearance certificate that with QNB Bank there is no loans, there is no credit card on my wife's name. So that was done. And the fourth document was last 6 months of account statement on her name, on her account. So that was also submitted. So once this was done, I would have to submit another additional document. So this is basically a letter. Now assume that you are taking spouse's funds and you are showing it for proof of funds, proof of settlement funds to IRCC. So IRCC wants to know if your spouse agrees to that decision or not. So that's why this letter is submitted in the application package as proof of funds. So it is basically called no objection certificate for the usage of funds. And the matter is, this is to inform you that my husband received an invitation to apply for permanent residence to Canada. I am the accompanying spouse. My husband and I have funds for settlement in our individual QNB accounts. My husband holds around dash Qatari riyals equivalent to dash Canadian dollars approximately in his QNB bank account, and this amount will be used towards our settlement in Canada. Apart from his funds, I hold an additional dash Qatari riyals equivalent to dash Canadian dollars approximately funds in my QNB bank account. All the funds in my QNB account are available for use for our settlement in Canada. I have no objection in handing these funds over to my husband for settlement in Canada. With kind regards, her signature and her name. So no notary is required on this document. So this is not requiring notary because it is a spouse and her name is added as a spouse applicant in the PR application. Okay, you get that part. So that the only letter acts as a proof of her agreement to this. Now assume that you are taking some gift amount from your father or mother. Is it acceptable as proof of funds? So that is a frequently asked question. So I'm going to say yes, you are allowed to take gift from any relatives or friends towards the settlement funds. But here is the thing, like what additional documents do you require to submit? The first thing is you need to submit notarized gift deed, because Canada accept gift from your friends or relatives as settlement funds, but they do not agree or accept the amount that is taken as loan. So if you have taken a loan from your friends or family, that is not accepted towards settlement funds. So you would have to submit the number one document is notarized gift deed. That is first. The second document is notarized declaration from the person who gift you the money. The notarized statement should state that they have paid taxes to the country of residence before they have gifted you this amount. So that is the second document. And the third document is the letter of explanation. And basically this letter format can be used, and that if that is notarized, so that is a bonus. So all these documents should be submitted as proof of funds. So there are many other aspects to the permanent residence application. So if you need my help, you can basically request for a video by commenting on this video or contacting me through Instagram. So I would be very happy to help. Thank you so much for your support. Take care and bye bye.